this one teacher got fired because she allowed a litter box in the room because she identified as a cat.
Yeah. Hey. Sure. Hey. Yeah. This shit a little different. I'm not even gonna cap with you.
XP, right?
Tell me why these motherfuckers
You really don't want to go raw now.
Yeah, for real.
Well, I think we should just shoot all babies, if you ask me. Right in their face. But we should give them Johnson & Johnson first.
So basically, like extra late-term abortions?
Like 40th trimester.
40th trimester? You can kill them up to 7 years old?
Yes.
You know?
I think that's
kind of
what we should
understandable.
do.
We can try.
I think on-demand abortions should be legal. I think if you just want to get pregnant just to have an abortion, you should be able to do that.
Yo, abortions, but you have to have the baby first and then kill it. You have to look that baby in the eyes before they murder it. How many abortions do you think would actually happen then?
I've seen this
30 million.
Hell no.
I've seen this video where this guy was I don't know if he was before the Supreme Court or if he was before some pretty big court,
yeah.
right? But they can't record in the Supreme Court, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's why they always have the drawings, right?
Yeah.
So this guy used to be an abortion doctor. Mm-hmm. And so he goes to the court and he brings the tools that he would have used for the surgery, and he shows and he says, all right, so depending on what stage of life, what trimester it's in, whatever, we're going to be using different tools for the baby. So if it was really early stage, we would just take this here metal. It was basically a metal teaspoon or like kind of like a sharp teaspoon. And what he said he would do, you would stick it up there, kind of stab, and then fucking swirl.
It's like scrambling eggs.
Whisk it like fucking eggs.
I've seen this video, yeah.
Yeah, and then he
hurt
goes
my stomach.
Yeah, and then he tells you about another like the other tools, and some of them are like pliers basically, and you reach up and you literally just grab limbs and pull them out.
They're forceps with teeth that face inward.
Yeah.
So it grabs and then it instantly latches as soon as you pull.
Oh,
yeah.
this dude.
So-
Twisting arms. It's to grab arms. Yeah.
He's a baby mechanic, is what you're saying.
Yes.
But he wasn't anymore though. He had quit.
Yeah.
He used to be
And
a
he was
doctor.
explaining that to the courts, like this is what we do. This is how we do it.
Because you can't leave any of the fetus in there. So whenever they pull stuff out, they have to put it on a tray and basically reassemble the baby to make sure they have all of it out. Otherwise, the woman could die or like get seriously injured.
Dude, that's gonna make me throw the fuck up.
Yeah, isn't that fucking insane?
Dude, this is why I say we should abort them in the 40th trimester. It makes it easier. You know what I mean? Like you could just take them out back.
Just kill them after they're born.
Yes, thank you.
Why don't we just
honestly just
if we're gonna do it, we might as well just be able to do it, after they're born as well.
What we should do.
Well, not even us. What women?
Yes.
Let's just say that
they have
first
to pull
off.
the trigger.
They're the ones pulling the trigger here.
Okay. Well, listen. We should just all send them to not Illinois, Ohio. Let's send them to Ohio.
Yes,
perfectly fine with that.
Yes.
Why don't we just use these babies that aren't adopted as like cornfield workers?
Nah, fuck it.
Give them a life.
Let's make them some winter soldiers, bro.
Bro, we could. You know they're experimenting with these unadopted kids, bro. You know they're doing some stuff.
That's like really late. What if they take that fetus and it's like kind of late,
Or
whatever
a kid
trimester?
for adoption.
Yeah, and they just fucking mod those kids.
Dude, that's what Alex Jones was saying was happening in Kentucky is they were taking babies from like right even after they were born because they were doing late trimester abortions, taking them and using them for like science and shit.
No,
Bro,
they were using
speaking about-
actually. They're used for cosmetics.
Yeah,
like for keeping.
Oh,
celebrities
right.
It
Right.
comes from their.
I think
their
it's like
spinal-
mascara or
their
whateva,
spinal
right?
cord or something.
Yeah.
No, I thought it had something to do with like.
Well, whatever. I know
Botox
it
or,
is
like, the
some
face.
makeup.
Yeah, but
bro, you know what's also funny though? How we were talking about like adopted kids being taken, and I was listening to this comedian. I can't remember who the fuck it was, but he was like, what's funny? We have hella liquor stores, and they're always in places where you can see them. They're always visible. But do we really need that many, right? But you think about places that put kids up for adoption. Have you ever seen one of those? Have you ever actually seen a place that holds children?
No.
Yeah, but what the fuck? Where are those at when we actually need those?
Yeah, where do
Well,
they
I mean,
hide
I don't
those?
think. Well,
Yeah,
I don't.
where
Okay,
are they? I literally do not know if there's even one.
You tell me if a kid tastes as good going down your throat as Jack Daniels does.
Touche.
I couldn't tell you from experience, but Jack Daniel's pretty good.
Yeah, Jack Daniels is pretty good, but I don't know about the second part.
What?
The other
Eating
part.
babies.
Yeah.
Oh
that part.
yeah, no.
yeah.
I mean, we're not Jeffrey Epstein, okay?
Dude, fucking crazy motherfuckers, dude. Jeffrey Epstein, that dude's.
I mean, I think it all, but it all comes into one. You know what I mean? Like this all is connected somewhere,
bro.
Because
it goes back to what the first time that we were talking. It goes back to that. These motherfuckers are crazy. Like when you get this high, when you are constantly being looked at by everyone and everything you do is monitored, you have to just be fucking crazy. And this guy, fucking Hunter Biden's a perfect example. That dude is literally just recording himself fucking hookers and smoking crack.
That's awesome.
It is kind of awesome.
Honestly, you know
but
what?
his
That's why
dad
I
is
will
paying
vote
for him
Biden
to
again.
do this.
That's why I'm voting for Biden. I will vote for Biden, dude. That's better than Donald Trump, because Donald Trump's son, Eric, he'll be like, my dad is the best. I love my dad. He's a great president. But
I don't know. I don't know if I would want.
Just tweaked out on the side.
Do you hear the new video that got released of Hunter Biden talking shit about Joe Biden it's being like, man, I'm basically playing him for money. That's what he was saying.
Are you? Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that.
He was like
fucking
he was
hilarious.
like anything. He said anything that I say he'll do.
Yes,
I'm like,
he literally
imagine
does
having that
everything.
much, not even that much control over your own dad, but the president of the United States.
Yeah,
That's fucking crazy.
your dad happens to be the president of the United States.
Yeah, and
yeah.
he's just,
There's something, dude. Fucking. It also could be like Russian influence too, though, because I know there's a lot of funding that goes to both of the Bidens.
oh yeah.
through Ukraine, and it's crazy. We just gave Ukraine $40 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Does no one remember the fucking email where they were saying we're gonna kick 10% to the big guy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think that's just entirely crazy that we just handed them $40 billion. I
wonder.
No kidding.
So by the big guy, when they said that, they're meaning that they're gonna cut some of that money that they're putting into Ukraine to help fight Russia back to
Probably.
Biden into his pocket. Is that what
know
they're
it
saying?
wasn't
No,
that,
that was-
but do you
this
not
was on
remember?
the-
This was during the campaign when all those emails were going to Hunter Biden about kicking 10% to the big guy.
I think it was
Right.
it was the Hunter Biden laptop.
Yeah.
Yes,
It
yes.
was-
But
it
who
was
were they
evidence of-
talking
it was
about
evidence of Joe Biden
and being
basically-
talking with it was like a technically an oil company in Ukraine.
basically taking bribes
Yeah,
as a politician.
it was like it was insane amount of money they were throwing towards him.
And they did it through Hunter Biden, because the email went to Hunter.
Well, you
and
think about it.
In the email, it said something about tell like the big guy. It mentioned the big guy at the end, but before that, it said like he wanted to meet with Joe again,
Yeah.
or have like another meeting with him.
I mean, but we've been Joe Biden is a bona fide racist. Like
Yeah,
like
2000, as recently as what 2008, I think it was.
yeah,
Dude, he was
horrible.
He
with
had a
Obama.
completely different mindset,
Dude, when
compared
he
to
was-
what he does now.
Do you remember
It's
the
complete
quote when
opposite?
he was like, he's different than them. He's one of the smart ones.
oh
When
yeah,
he's
Yeah.
called-
He's the
called
Bro,
one of the smart ones.
he says
Jesus, that's
out of pocket
crazy.
shit all the time. Like if he doesn't have someone to like guide him and like
Yeah,
funnel
they don't
him in
have
the
a leash,
direction,
or if they don't give him
he's fucked.
cue cards. Did you see that? He was holding a card, and it said,
Yep.
"Go sit down in your chair." It was all typed out.
And
Beautifully.
every time it said you or for direct, it was instructions for him of exactly what to do, and it was in big ass bold letters.
Mm-hmm.
And he made the mistake of opening it and showing it towards the camera.
But and then people were like, "Oh, Trump had to do the same thing." Like, well, he actually wrote it down. Like, he did it on his own volition and wrote it.
No, whether you want to agree with it or not, Trump was like speaking from the heart. He didn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
He
it
looking
really
around,
was.
And Joe Biden is sitting there.
It really
with
was
his
from the
eyes
heart. I would
squinted,
agree with
not
that.
speaking very confidently, reading off of a damn teleprompter. That he
Yeah,
can't,
it sounds
he
just
can't even
sounds
do
so.
that well.
It sounds so fake.
It sounds
I
robotic.
just can't wait in 20 years to like talk to somebody and be like, you really voted for the biggest puppet of our political
Yeah, for real.
lifetime. Like,
For real.
how? Like, it's the signs were there. Like, you literally almost have to be a sheep. Fucking, like, I hate using sheep because it sounds like it sounds like you're, I don't know. I just hate calling somebody a sheep or something. But you really a fucking sheep.
You're just being guided. You're being
just
pushed.
you're just reading what's normal. What's normal? Oh, the orange guy said mean word on Twitter. We cannot vote for him. I do not like him.
You just don't think for yourself. You are thinking what other people are telling you to think.
Exactly.
And especially where it comes from is the media. And I know we touched on this last time too, but people just don't think for themselves enough.
Yeah.
Nowadays, everything is, well, this person said this, and I adore them. I want to be them. Repost that.
Yeah.
And they let other people speak for them and think for them. They don't think for themselves. They don't sit there and look at both sides of things they agree with and things that they disagree with, and then think about them in a complex manner.
Yeah.
That's why when people start arguing like that shit and they like are instantly against what you believe or you just happen to be talking about, I'm like, I just walk away from them. I'm like, I'm not even going to bother talking to you since you don't have the ability to comprehend both sides of this argument.
Yeah, you don't have the maturity.
Yes,
to
you literally
understand what my argument
so
is.
why would I even try and discuss this with
Yeah.
you? You're so fucking simple-minded.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Like I made this joke the other day and I was like, yeah, I'm transracial. And that girl was like, you can't be transracial.
Who said that? Who said that?
I think it was Iris. She was like, you can't be transracial.
Oh, that girl at the
Yeah,
party
dude.
when we were on the side of the house.
Dude, yes. Dude, I was like, yeah, like I'm transracial. I always knew as a black man from Atlanta my whole life. And she was like, you can't be transracial. And I was like, why not? I mean, Caitlyn Jenner can slap a pussy on her crotch. Why can't I slap some pigmentation into my skin? She looked at me like I was just stupid. And she was like, that's like too far. Like, you cannot be transracial.
It's because you're a fucking white guy.
Yeah, and I was like,
that's exactly what it is.
What? I don't know. I think
You did nothing racist in that, but I'm assuming she probably was like, "Oh, this guy's fucking racist."
I thought it was so funny though. Like, that's like one of my favorite jokes to say because people like it blows their mind when you say transracial, but you can tell somebody you're transgender and it's normal.
It's because it's a joke. It is a joke, but honestly, for you, I kind of believe it. That's the thing.
Yes.
I believe it. So I'm like, okay, that's cool.
And the thing is, it's their own ideology used directly against them. It's like, well, you just said that I can be anything, anyone, any whatever, and I can say I'm a,
literally
I'm
anything.
a man, I'm a woman, I'm a pan. I have sex with pans. I'm pansexual, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You can say any of these things, and they believe it to be true as long as you believe it in yourself. So, but you coming out and saying that you're transracial, they get mad instantly because you look to be a straight white man. And
Damn,
so
I look straight.
That's the worst thing ever.
Nailed that one.
In today's society, that's the worst thing you could be. It's identity. It's identity politics.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's how I became transracial, bro. Because, like, becoming a man got kind of iffy. And then, like, I think being a woman is too big of a fad right now. And I want to create my own, like, one of my own lanes. So,
dude,
I'm transracial.
one thing I don't...
Just be a gator. Just identify it as a gator.
I'm a black gator.
Yes.
I like that. Black gator.
Bro, you're like a shiny gator. Instead of an albino, you're a shiny gator.
I'm dead ass gonna make that a logo later.
Yes, dude.
Make
Instead of just like a green like croc gator, black gator. There you go.
I respect that.
Bro,
the black gator.
You know what? Okay, so one time, since we're talking about fucking transracial and trans and all that crap, so have you ever heard someone say like, "You're born gay"?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you believe that?
I don't know. It's so I think it's
because there's kids in elementary schools
ways.
that are just fruity as hell, and you're like, that kid.
You're gay.
Yeah.
You're like, you're gay.
And most of the time, you can kind of tell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like there's always just something about them that's just that way,
and
you don't really see that much when people just like come out. I think that's like a much later thing. Like if they're gonna come out, they usually, I feel like, after high school or in their later lives is when that happens.
Yeah, especially if they're really closeted during high school. I don't know.
I don't even know when it would happen.
I
think it can happen both ways. I think that there are some kids who are born and they just either they have it's their hormone imbalance or whatever it is, but they are just fruity. You can tell in kindergarten.
Oh hell yeah!
You look
there
at them and you're
are
like,
kids and you're just like,
My neighbor,
Dude, why
my
are
neighbor
you
growing up was like that?
You're
And my
talking about
dad-
Moise?
No.
Oh,
Actually,
bro, do you remember?
Yes, too.
Oh,
yes,
dude,
but no.
I remember when he pulled up with the One Direction backpack, and he was like 6 feet tall in 5th grade. And I just remember looking up, and he's like he was walking behind me, and his fucking his titties would just slap the back of my head.
Dude,
he was
dude,
bigger. He was taller than our teacher.
He
in
looked
elementary
like
school
a
and had way
fucking
bigger
lollipop, dude. His legs were thin as fuck, and then he was just round. His whole fucking torso was
Dude,
round.
You know those ice cream cones when it's like really skinny cone, and they put like 3 scoops on that bitch? That's how he was built.
He was gross, dude.
Oh, I'm so sorry if you hear.
No, he
this.
I'm
looked
sorry,
like-
Moise. You're
He
probably a
looked
nice
like there
guy,
was like
but you can't sing worth a shit.
you
Tell
know-
my father not to cry.
Yeah.
Do you remember that from middle school?
Oh, was that Zach James who did? No, that was
Nah, that was
Grayson.
Moise,
that was
dude.
Grayson.
No,
It was-
Moise sang the high pitch part though.
Oh, he did. He
Yeah.
did. I did a solo on that one too, like a year prior.
Bruh, that was so long ago. Holy
No
fuck.
shit. Middle school
Wait.
was a long time ago.
y'all were in choir. That was the funniest
I was
shit
in
ever.
orchestra.
I was in choir.
Oh, you were in choir. You
yes, sir. I was a choir president.
Corey
in 8th
played.
grade.
Corey was in the band, for a
Band.
little while. I don't know if he went back 8th grade.
I was
I'm
in
not sure.
I was in debate for like 6th grade in theater. But I think I was thinking about this the other day. This is probably like it's gonna sound horrible to like I guess regular people, but to me, in a sense, allowing somebody to be transgender is like letting them gaslight themselves. In a sense to where they think they can actually be a woman. And it's like, no, you can have the same qualities as a woman, but I don't think you should be able to fully transition into a woman because that's not reality. That's not reality. That's not real.
No, it's like people are
That is
seriously
not
trying to
real.
They're trying to morph.
They're trying to
reality, yeah.
exactly. That's literally like
Yeah.
when it becomes an identity disorder at that point, where you
But
want
it's
to
not
identify
necessarily a bad thing. But I do think it's just like
No,
I don't
well,
think it's
it
a
is
problem
because they're
either, but-
sexualizing women and younger women at the same time. It's disgusting.
They sexualize
Because you ask
children.
Yeah.
them you ask a transgender person what is a woman. They're gonna say it's different for everybody.
yeah.
Then what makes you a woman?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's like you can't even tell me what a woman is. Then you shouldn't be a fucking woman. Like you can't what just because you throw some titties on your fucking chest, dog. Like I think it's a crazy concept. They want us all to agree
They want
with.
us to throw all biology out the window so we don't hurt people's feelings, and people can, no matter how demented they are, no matter how not saying that anyone who is transgender is demented,
Mm-hmm.
but like some people have like real mental real mental disorders and things going on. But we could either be like, look, you have this problem, let's work with it, let's get through and solve it, or we can just go with it and be
Yeah.
like, all right, you do you, even though you have and the other thing too is that there's no really easy way to touch on this, but their suicide rates are way too high, and that's also it's definitely from society. Like probably having if they heard these conversations, they wouldn't be very happy. It probably wouldn't make them feel very good.
Yeah.
But at the
But
same
because
time,
they but
at the same
it's
time,
because
it has
the
to be,
same
it has
time
to be
they've been told
noticed.
it's okay.
The suicide rates of transgender people in America is equivalent and a little bit higher than Jews in Germany in World War II.
What does
The
that say?
suicide rates,
I think I know.
and that's
I don't know how many
Jeez.
that is, but I know the military has a pretty high suicide rate.
true.
It's like 20.
It's almost
22 a
that's
day.
almost like two completely different ideologies. The military and
Yeah,
the
versus
trans
that.
community. It's like the complete extremes, and they both have pretty high suicide rates. That's kind of interesting to think about.
Well, but which is more valid of a reason to kill yourself?
Well, it's
Could you
because
ever
do you
put-
think
I don't think
that
either-
and that's why I say
it's
they've
not.
been gaslighting themselves, to think that their reality is real when it's not reality to everyone else.
yeah, and they're making it harder on themselves
by
by doing that.
by saying you must call me my gender. It's
So
like,
they're
dude, just be
making-
fucking normal.
they're
Like,
just-
I get you. You hate saying just be normal. Be normal to a sense where you can be yourself, but at the same time be you have to be a
The
person
problem,
of society.
I think the biggest thing is the problem comes whenever they think that everyone is against them.
It's
nobody,
schizophrenic in a
nobody
sense.
gives a fuck what you do it yourself. Like, go the fuck
Exactly.
ahead. When you
Amen.
decide to make it everyone else's problem, that's when it becomes bullshit.
Yeah.
That's when it's like not real.
Because you're bothering me. You're taking time out of my day to tell me what I'm doing wrong when it actually doesn't involve me. I don't give a flying fuck. Don't
Exactly.
stand in the street when I'm trying to drive to work because you want people to hear your fucking stupid ideas. I don't give a fuck about your stupid ideas. If you're gonna be in my day-to-day like interactions, if we're working together, whatever, just tell me politely, be like, hey, I just want to be called by this, refer to me like this, and honestly, I probably won't care. If I fuck up and if I make mistakes, then tell me. Be like, and I'll be like, oh, my bad, bro, or my bad, no, bro. you know, and then that's just how it should be. But to have people say that they tell you that you need to actually believe that they are what they say they are. It's like, no, I don't have to believe you're a man or a woman if you want to mutilate yourself or just dye your hair and talk.
My favorite is the one of the guy in GameStop where he's like, call me man.
What?
Call me man.
I'm
a woman. Call me man.
Dude, have you seen the fucking... Okay, have you seen this guy on TikTok? He does, like, the drummer, he someone will start, like, screaming, and he'll screenplay it, or whatever the fuck it's called. Duet, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he makes a fucking hardcore screamo drum beat to it.
What?
And there's this one where this old lady, she must have had some, like, serious like cancer or some disease because she looked like Frankenstein. And when she talked, before she talked, she had to cough, and it was literally just this gurgle. It was it was disgusting. It was and it's just this woman talking like that. It was fucking scary.
And then he does this, and it's like, doom, 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 and then like his like guitar hits, and he's shredding while these like Karens are flipping out, or someone's in the street screaming like a maniac.
Dude, Karen flip out videos are literally the greatest.
They make me want to scratch my skin off.
Dude,
I hate the secondhand embarrassment.
Dude,
I hate it.
Dude, it's like, oh, my mom, I'm so glad, like, she loves making fun of Karens, because there's so many times
my
where
mom
I thought...
is a fucking Karen, dude.
There's so many times where I thought my mom was gonna go Karen, because my mom would be like, I don't want to be on YouTube today. I don't want to be on YouTube today. Don't feel like it.
Yep.
Don't feel like being a Karen.
Smart.
And I'm like...
Just...
Dude, that's
unless
fucking...
Unless some
it's
real
like,
shit's actually
yeah.
happening and you actually got to go fuck somebody up, like, don't get involved.
Yeah, dude, that's how my mom is. She's like, as long as it's like not something stupid, like, who gives a fuck? It's not worth it to like get in a big scene, because a lot of the time it isn't worth it to make a huge scene over something that won't matter in a year or two.
But people all have their agendas, and they push it on you no matter where you are. That's the biggest problem.
It's almost like everyone's a Christian these days, but for their own thing. Like,
yeah, for their own cause.
Exactly. It's
Everybody
like they're all
is
Spanish Inquisition.
Yeah. Everybody is their own Jesus. They know they're on the right path. But how the fuck do we know what is the right path anymore?
That's what I think. That's why I'd rather talk to a crackhead than a normal person, because they know they're fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're just like,
yeah, man, I like doing a lot of crack on the side of 7-Eleven. It's my favorite thing to do.
Dude, have you seen interviews with people that have...
Dude, have you ever seen... I watched like all 27 seasons of Intervention, and I will never touch another drug other than marijuana in my fucking life. Ever.
Dude, have you...
never... Like, dude, that shit's so scary.
I think there might be like a TikTok account that does the interviews. It's like... It's freaky, dude.
Dude, it's scary.
And
like,
have you seen like mugshots over time of they come, their whole face changes.
It destroys you physically and mentally.
That's insane.
They become a completely different person. They don't even think like a human anymore.
That's when you become a zombie.
Whenever you get that far down, you're basically a zombie. You don't have any cognitive thought. You were just, and then you have this thing that you have drugs that you need to get all the time, and everything in your life is revolved around it.
Bro,
and if you don't get it, you turn it like to an angry ass crackhead that's just gonna end up getting arrested or fucking killing someone trying to get some crack.
They suck dick, do whatever to get fucking crack. Like think in LA, that's pretty much zombie land.
There's a whole like section of that's called Skid Row.
Skid Row.
Skid Row.
It's crazy.
Designated so they could just
for
let
a
them
bunch of crackheads
go in
just
there.
shit on the street, literal shit on the street.
Bro.
Just like trash everywhere.
Imagine if someone just went through there and fucking killed everyone.
Just Have you seen that story of the guy in somewhere in Europe? He demolished like 2 towns with his homemade tank.
Oh, I've seen that.
If someone did that on like Skid Row, yeah, he like built his own tank with like a bulldozer on the like little thing on the front, and he just started demolishing houses. And the army and like the army couldn't take him out. The army, SWAT, everything. This went on for like hours.
And who did he kill? What was he doing?
He just started demolishing these little villages and stuff, or like these little like towns.
Because he was like fucking crazy.
Yeah,
I don't know if he
shooting
was
people up.
crazy. I think it's just society. It's one of those stories like a Ted Kaczynski or like one of those crazy guys that kind of realizes what society actually is and can't handle it.
Yeah.
I think because once you realize what society is, it's scary. It's like, oh, you're telling me that our entire world runs on these pieces of paper and these numbers in the system?
Yep.
That's crazy.
I agree. And honestly, I think that's why there's so many crazy people now. When I mean crazy, I mean like Karens or people who have their one Jesus thing. You know, they're Christians in their own way because they almost
have to
know
make
it to
their
be
own
true,
reality.
but they can't accept it to be true.
They have to make their own reality.
They make their own reality.
Yep, exactly.
And that's why with this transgender thing, it's such a huge thing because they're making their reality because they weren't in a group when they were younger. They were probably ostracized because their parents didn't make them societally acceptable by the age of 4 or 5.
And anyone who is against, their views or against, they don't technically, against or they don't believe in it, then it like disproves their whole belief system, and that's why they just get pissed. Yeah. And it means immediately go to anger because if someone doesn't acknowledge them as true, then in their mind they kind of know, I think in the back of their minds they kind of know, that at least a little bit of it's bullshit. Yeah. And then but they just block it out and they just ignore that fact and keep living the way they live and go further and further down this rabbit hole of, a way of life that really is based on bullshit.
One thing I'm like actually really worried about in the future is like how much we are being kind of funneled into certain information and what to believe. I mean,
what these people at the top want.
Yeah, and I'm worried about like, in the future when I have kids, like what are they going to be told at school? What is that teacher going to be pushing on them? Yeah. Cuz like, you hear like for example, there in in Oklahoma, when I was over there fucking hanging with my family, they were all talking about how like this one teacher got fired because she allowed a litter box in the room because she identified as a cat. The teacher did. The fucking principal came in.
Did she piss in the classroom?
I don't know, but the fucking whoever saw that shit and she was gone. But they're allowing kids to now like identify as fucking cats and dogs, and you're allowed like howling time and shit. You like
what?
all kinds of
shit. Do you remember the dude that was on like Vine or Instagram or whatever? And he was like, "I am a wolf of the blah 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 dimension." And he's like, "Oh,
yes, I do."
Bro, Matt Walsh made a movie called "What Is a Woman." He's like the president or whatever of Daily Wire.
Yeah, I want to see that. It looks amazing.
Yeah, and in that movie, that dude is in it, and he asks like, so what makes you like, how can you communicate with wolves? Like, do you talk to them? And then he's like, no, I just like I can just tell by their like posture and what they're saying with their body.
All right. Let's grab a wolf. Put him in a cage, bruh. This dude's got it. I believe in him. Bro, I'd be fucking camera ready, bro. I'm like, bro, watch this shit. This is going to be the greatest video I've ever fucking taken. Bro, that dude's going to be left with like a leg left.
Like he's going to have one nut.
Yeah, that's...
If he's got nuts left. I don't know.
I would just put him out of his misery after that.
No, the dude just that's so funny. I can't believe that like people really think like that.
What's the fucking... I think, would you rather have a, what was the thing that Ray told us the other day?
Oh, would you rather have a thought daughter or a gay son?
No. It was like, would you rather have a fucking, like, a horse girl daughter that gallops around on the hallways and neighs and shit in school? Or would you rather have, like, a T-pose, something like...
T-pose, like
Creeper? Fortnite, Roblox.
Yes,
Roblox,
Roblox son. Which would you rather have?
iPad kid. The whole 9.
Which would you rather have?
I'd rather have the T-pose because I wouldn't feel as bad roasting him.
No, I would be so disappointed. I'd rather have the horse girl because I know she's never gonna get laid and I wouldn't have to worry about boys. Because I couldn't beat up the girls that she brought home.
There's gonna be a fat kid that she gives the chance to, and then they're gonna be like together forever.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
that's the thing I see with that.
Well, technically you ain't gotta worry about forever. You only have to legally. You only have to look out for them for 18 years. So.
Yeah, that's true. Legally.
Well, apparently, if you have 7 kids, let's say you have like 7 kids with 7 different women. After the 7th kid, you don't have to pay child support anymore.
Swear to God.
You could get as many baby mamas as you wanted. If you had 20,
but you got to think about it. 7 kids, bro. You got to start pumping them out.
But like after the 7th one, you don't have to pay any of them.
I don't think so, dude.
Damn. So it's pretty much like a race at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
After the first
once you get to once you get over 4, if you get 4 or more, I think you might as well just go for 7.
Honestly,
yeah,
I think they should give you like a fucking award, like
they should give me money, bro. Like if I do that shit,
like you're putting workers on their work fucking force.
For real.
You know what I mean?
That's more hands, circling money in this economy.
That's gonna be more hands in the Amazon fucking warehouse. Jeff Bezos is gonna be a dictator of the country in 20 years. Dude, in like 20 years, Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk are going to run together and like...
No, they're going to have a battle for the world. The winner is going to take over the world.
Dude, imagine if it's
I have faith on Elon.
Imagine if it's like Titanfall and like they're in like the things and then they're just like fighting each other in Africa or
they
some
got
shit.
rocket boosters and shit on them. They're
fucking
like,
Elon Musk is like, I got home advantage. We in Africa, bro.
I would low-key be a little bit worried if Elon won president. That would be kind of scary because, like, what he could do with nuclear, like, power like that,
dude.
Like, that would be
I don't
scary.
think he has it in him. He sees.
I don't know.
At humanity
I think people give him too much. I think he is a emotionless freak that
Low
does
key.
not care, and
Low
I think
key.
I think he wants power more than anything. Why do you think when he gets to the richest man, he posts it and boasts it, says I'm number one now, like. Only a person that loves power does shit like that. Like,
I think it's kind of like a rubbing it in the people, like the agenda. It's like a F you to the man.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I think it's maybe like rubbing it in the people that made fun of him when he was younger. He probably got bullied, maybe. I mean, who knows? He wasn't.
Bro,
he was
did you
a
see
smart
his
kid.
fucking hairline when he was in college? He definitely got bullied.
He was the smart kid who probably just read his books and did his thing, So he probably was fucked with.
He's probably never had a social life. He just works
and
all the time.
If you watch him on Rogan, he's calculating every answer. He's not just blurting something out. It's like
he thinks through everything.
Yes.
Everything,
like every single thing he's thinking through.
The reason I do have faith in Elon Musk is his Twitter recently. Like he said,
do you even have Twitter?
No, but I do have Twitter. I do have Twitter. I'm never on it though. Never on it. But like I see a lot of the posts that he makes. But one of the ones he said is that there was a red wave coming in the United States. That he said that he's turning conservative. He's like, I've never voted conservative in my life, and he's like, this upcoming election I'm going to be voting conservative. And then he started posting that he was going to be the victim. Like he was like preparing for it. He's like, hey, I'm just letting y'all know. He's like, y'all are gonna see it. I'm gonna be the victim of slander and backlash because I'm saying these things about the man, the agenda, the left, whatever you want to call it. And he was like, because he's speaking out against it. And so I kind of do respect that. I'm like, well, at least he's not one of these ones like Jeff Bezos who just doesn't really say anything, just makes billions of dollars and then just kind of keeps his mouth shut. And you're like, what the hell are you actually doing over there? Yeah. Elon's at least, he's
present in the conversation.
Yeah, he's present in the conversation.
Yeah.
He seems like almost more of a normal dude than all the other rich people in the world.
Yeah.
Even though he's not normal like us,
Well, because he's like he started all of like Tesla. Like he's got to be fucking smart.
Well, yeah, he bought Tesla. He bought Tesla and then made it the company that they are today. They would be shit if Elon didn't buy them.
Yeah.
Because he got all that money from PayPal. He was one of the original guys that made PayPal, and once they sold that, that's where he got the money to buy Tesla and SpaceX and all this.
So who started Tesla?
Some random fucking dudes in California.
So like electric car company?
No, not even. Wasn't even an electric car company. Literally just bought the name and like the shit that they were working on. I don't even remember what they were working on.
Maybe.
Oh,
Like,
he just bought it for he basically. So he just wanted the name.
He wanted Tesla. So
Wow.
he did that. So actually, what he did is he rolled over all the money he made from PayPal and Tesla and SpaceX, and he had to borrow money to buy a house. So because he didn't have any money left over, he just rolled it into the new companies, which paid
Elon
off.
has made millions, gone broke, and then made it and then turned it into billions,
pretty much.
which is crazy. That's
But he does. It's not like he comes from nothing though. I mean, his parents ran a blood diamond. They ran a blood diamond fucking mining thing, and in Africa, you said safari, but we all know that's what every single blood diamond mining company says. I mean, you're lying. It's okay.
it's
Dude,
a
what if
safari
fucking-
experience with 5,000 workers who get paid 3 cents a day.
what if Elon was involved on that NFT shit?
Dude, I don't know. That's why I'm saying, like, with the blood diamond thing, I could suspect anything from him. Like,
I mean, that's not necessarily
True.
like focused on him though.
Yeah, 'cause
Like,
if you
there's
think about
nothing
how-
to say that he was involved in any of that.
yeah, that's true. I mean, it's his parents, but you look at his mom. His mom literally looks like a supervillain.
Oh, really?
100% a supervillain. Like, it's something you'd see in like a Kim Possible episode for sure. Like, she was creepy.
Yeah.
She looks like Cruella, actually. That's what
Cruella
I'll give her.
DeVille.
Cruella.
Who's that?
It's
101
Musk's-
Dalmatians.
That's Elon Musk's mom.
Oh my goodness, his mom looks
Yeah.
like Cruella DeVille.
Dude,
does.
swear. She's.
Fuck.
But I mean,
Dude, apparently his sister's bad as fuck.
really?
Yeah, you might want to look her up.
Oh yes.
Like bad.
Yes.
Yes, apparently his
Could you
sister
pull
is
that up?
bad as
Yeah.
fuck.
Anyone listening right now,
Elon's
go ahead and look
sister.
up Elon Musk's sister. Put your 2 cents into this.
Let's see, homegirl.
Oh, you're capping like a motherfucker.
Is that the one?
Oh, that's not the one I was thinking of. Whoa.
She's a lot older than I thought.
She looks like a Walmart version of Marilyn Monroe.
I thought she had
Yeah.
darker hair.
I thought she had brown hair.
Check.
Is it
go
his?
back.
Does he have a daughter? Is that what it is?
No, it's not
he's,
his daughter.
he's too young for it to be his daughter.
Yeah.
Because I know he has that weird kid.
How fucking old is this dude?
Because look, this is his mom. I think. Yeah, look at her. Look at her, bro.
Oh, she does look like
She
Cruella
looks
DeVille.
scary.
Wait, click on her. That one. Yeah, let me see that one. Oh my goodness.
Look at her.
bro.
Look at her eyes. She looks like a.
Oh, she definitely has a
Bro.
laboratory.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. She knows where the cure to cancer is. Like for real, for real.
She was part of the people who destroyed
Yeah,
the
the
cure
blood
for cancer.
diamonds and shit.
Yeah, look at
Hey,
her.
but apparently that was her like back in the day.
Where?
That one right there.
Smash.
Oh man.
Wow.
Oh,
She's
God, I'd throw
pretty.
some blood diamonds at her for sure.
Yeah,
I don't
for
know.
real.
You know what she is? She's in that top corner of being super hot and crazy. And now she's
No wonder why he banged Amber Heard.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yep.
Dude, fucking Amber Heard's got a list, man.
Dude.
She knows who to fuck.
Dude, but I mean, she's poor now.
Yeah, she's like,
She's broke.
Yeah,
she ain't
she's
got no
She's
money.
TJ Maxx broke, okay? She
Yeah.
went from shopping at the Gucci store to TJ Maxx.
get fucked.
Hey, what do they say? The gutter is only one step away from the Rolls Royce.
I guess so.
Very true.
The curb is right next to the Rolls Royce or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
That gutter.
Bruh. That's crazy though.
Hey, I'd still blow her shit out for a diamond or two.
Hell, no kidding.
Dude, so blood diamond, what exactly is that? They just fucking go out there
It's
and
like slave diamonds. It's like
they have the slaves mining for like
yeah, they don't make dick for money.
Hmm.
And then they keep all the profits. That's why they call them blood diamonds.
Yeah, and if
because
they find a
or
diamond,
like-
the profits are in.
or like-
it's crazy.
or like war-torn countries where there's like a lot of bloodshed.
Mhm.
Like it just depends on what you go through to get those diamonds. What makes them blood diamonds?
Fuck that,
Like
bro.
Kanye has a song. It's like the diamonds of Sierra Leone. Those are the diamonds we own. And he's talking about like the fucking blood diamonds from
Yeah,
Sierra
yeah.
Leone.
Fuck.
And but that's where all the diamonds come from, bro.
Mhm.
It's from the blood. Like if you wear diamonds, like if you had a Rolex, and that's the craziest part about it is when you see all these rappers and all these African American people wearing all these diamonds, and it's like, bro, you want, like, you're talking about all this shit, but you don't realize the meaning behind those diamonds, like the blood, sweat, and tears that are in those diamonds, bruh.
Or do we still have those? Do those
yes,
still
to this
exist in
day.
Africa?
To this day.
Do you think the U.S. is like?
They don't give a fuck.
There's
because
definitely
it has
people in
nothing
the
to do
US
with
who sell
us.
them.
It has
'Cause it's
nothing to
not
do
on
with
the
communism.
US.
Has nothing to do with communism, and it has nothing to do with our political agendas. So we have no care with
So
it.
it doesn't matter how you get your fucking
and it's
diamonds.
the same. And it's the same thing about black dudes dying in Chicago or fucking Atlanta being shot. No one gives a fuck about gun violence when those dudes are shot. But when your fucking kid is shot in the face with an AR-15, that's when it's time to say something.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy to me, bro. And no one says shit about it.
No one says because we're all being funneled, bro.
It's exactly.
We're all being funneled.
It's like you idiots. It's like these idiots don't realize the fucking puppeteering Fox News, CNN, and all these other media corporations are doing in front of them, and it's like
they have too much trust
You know
in these
what
corporations.
you know what I've
they
kinda
think that they
noticed about
have
the
their
news,
best
actually?
interest in mind. It's like, no, you are a view. You
Yeah.
are their mark. You are their product. They are trying to get you and your attention, and someone up higher than them is paying for that. Someone is controlling and telling the news companies to say exactly what to say. Have you seen those compilations of news stories? And they're the different news stations, like worldwide, but they're saying the exact same things, almost verbatim. They finish each other's sentences of different news stories.
it's all like you'll be going through this information
crazy.
on COVID-19, dude. I'm like, yeah,
Bro, you know what I've
fucking
really
idiot.
noticed about the news now? Like, cable, I'm thinking cable TV here. Cable news. Cable news reminds me so much of all these, like, Animal Planet, Discovery Channel, fucking investigation shows. Because it's like, it's so dramatized. They have the music with it. And then at the end, they don't tell you shit. That's exactly how it is in all these fucking shows. Like Discovering Shutter Island or whatever the fuck it's called. They fucking blue ball you every fucking time, dude. That's exactly how the news is now. Except it's even fucking more boring because you're just sitting there staring at some motherfucker's face or some chick's tits because that's what most.
I love Fox News because
I
of that.
used to watch
Fox
HLN
News.
every morning with Robin Meade. Robin Meade. Oh, bro, I'm making this a clip. Robin Meade is the finest news anchor that has ever put her tits in front of the camera.
I'll have to be the judge of this because there's two
Look her
girls.
up, look her up.
There's two girls from Fox News who are absolute smoke shows.
Who?
One is that blonde chick.
That blonde chick.
About fucking Tommy Lauren.
I don't know.
No,
I don't know
you
her
talking
name.
about on Fox and Friends?
Yes, I think so.
I think her name's Ainsley.
I don't know, but it's.
Oh, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Hey, she's good looking, but is she a good reporter?
Oh, dude. Dude,
Okay.
I think about. I was.
'Cause I don't
12
watch
years-
this shit.
I was 12 years old, waking up at 7 a.m. to watch
this
chick.
shit? Okay, that's nice.
Hey, look up the women on Fox News.
Yeah,
See if you
Fox News women
Women
anchors
reporters
or whatever
anchors.
the fuck. Yeah, because I know Ainsley's still in. No. This
No.
one right here? Dana Perino? That's who I was thinking of. I think.
No, that's not the one I was thinking of. They
Actually,
have a younger
that's
girl.
Not, that's not who I was thinking of either.
This bitch looks like Hillary.
Fuck that bitch.
I don't know. They have some who are like field anchors that they'll
MSNBC
put
has
on.
the
and
most dog shit, ugly fucking women reporters ever. Like, they're really trying to tell you the news if they got ugly women.
their target audience is lesbians. Let's be real. Chicks who look like dudes. Hey, lesbians. If
you mean
if-
former Hillary Clinton voters?
yeah, no shit. Hey, I have a question, Chance.
That far left one?
If lesbians,
Is it this chick? She used to have that longer hair.
yes,
Yeah.
that's who it is.
Yep.
That's who it is. Her with long hair.
She looks like a fucking Muppet.
She looks like she's taking a
Oh
shit
hell
right
yeah,
now.
she does.
That's a fucking Muppet if I've ever seen one.
Hey, Chance. If lesbians hate men so much, why do they keep trying to dress like them?
They're jealous.
That's got to be. Oh, you know what? It's got to be what it is.
They're jealous,
jealous.
because they don't have they don't because their clits aren't as big as our dicks. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's why
They're pissed off.
they're so
They
angry.
That
can't
might be
handle
the-
the smoke.
That might be the perfect place to wrap this up.
Call it.
Because they're jealous. Their clits are not as big as our dicks.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Makes sense.
It's a good note.
Yeah.
All right, y'all ready to go?
Thanks. Yeah, I guess
Sir.
so, man.
Deuces.
Thank you for having
Peace
us.
out, motherfuckers.
See ya.
This shit a little different. I'm not even gonna cap with you.
XP Records.
Tell me why all these motherfuckers went under my name. Talking to me like they love me, but not of the truth, they just playing the game. Try to compare my music to all these motherfuckers, but we're not the same. Trying to prove to myself, to all these pussy boys, that I'm not a lame. Ay, we're not the same, bitch, you a lame. I got too many that pray in my downfall, but I am the one that be praying. You know what I'm saying? Other rappers wanna hate on me, boy, damn, that's a shame. Too many of these motherfuckers curving the game, stay in your lane, ayy. I got too many beat, bitch, I am the heat. I got so much drip, bitch, I am a boss elite. I am a prodigy, yeah, there's not a lot of me. I got too much money like I won the lottery. There go Henny with the heat, you a bum, take a seat. If you were in my sight, I'll hunt you like you fresh